Hello, families. Welcome to Collinswood. We are so happy to see you here. We are so happy to teach you here the curriculum night and teach you what are the things that we're going to learn this year. This year has been plenty of happiness and learns, and we're working very hard with expectations that students need to have here at the school, and we are so happy to have here this is my team. This is our team, second grade team. Next slide, please. Here you have Miss Evans. Miss Evans is teaching social studies and literacy. Señor Castro is teaching math, science, and Spanish. Señora Mogollon is me. I'm teaching science, math, and Spanish too. And Miss King is teaching literacy. Next slide, please. Here we're going to speak about the expectations that we have in Collinswood. In Collinswood, we are a caring, growth-minded, inclusive community of bilingual and bilateral learners who are respectful, responsible, and safe. To be clear about the expectations that we had about parents and about students, it's important that you read the handbook that you can find in the webpage for Collinswood, and the handbook that we share to you. The same of CMS conduct you will find in the webpage in Collinswood. Now, you're going to see something about the COVID expectations. We know that right now we continue having the COVID, and it's important that we have some safety precautions. It's important that our students have social distancing will be required to the extent possible among students and staff. Increase hand sanitizing workspaces. Students will wear face masks inside all the times. When students are outside, they may remove their mask, but they need to be 6 feet apart. Students will continue to eat lunch in the classroom or outside to ensure proper social distancing. In case of absence policy and procedures, to be more present, as the student must attend the 50% of the instructional day. Within middle schools, daily attendance is taken for each class. Students will be more tardy if they arrive via carpool or walking after 9:15. A student must be signed if they arrive late. Report absence to the homeroom teacher and content area teacher. Absences are medical in nature or excused when a written communication is received from the parent or doctor and is given to the child's homeroom teacher. Monitor absences in PowerSchool. Report discrepancies to homeroom teacher. Early dismissals will not be honored when notification is received at 3:15 or after. Make a work when they are absent. Teachers must provide the students with any missing assignment. If a child is absent for an extended period, the teacher will gather work and inform the parent that is available for pickup the front office. A student should be given a specific time to turn these assignments in. However, we will accept work from students until the end of the quarter. The types of assignments that we have here in second grade is classwork. We're gonna give some assignments as a classwork, graphic organizers, EL workbook, tasks for reading, writing, social studies, and math. Assessment, we will have some assessment near at the end of the unit assessment for all subjects. We will have some performance tasks and projects, and we're going to assign some homeworks for math. In case of late work will be accepted through the quarter. Students will have a 3 days grace period for any late work, not resulting from an absent. Late penalties after the grace period should not exceed 10 points per week, 5 school days, using a 100-point scale. And we have the retaking formal assignments. The student will bring assignments and assessment once they return to school. The teacher will provide the necessary tools to do it.
All right, communication. Well, to stay informed and connected, we have, and I think we sent this out in our first newsletter. You can email us at any time. Our phone numbers are there. And of course, we use Remind as well. So this is for your information, and you definitely want to maybe take a screenshot or print this out for future. General learner outcomes or GLOWs. This is something that we'll be sending home with your progress reports next week. So you can kind of get a sense of where your child is, if they're developing, progressing, mastering, or exemplary mastery. If you do see NI, that just means that that's something that we probably haven't tested at this time. So don't be alarmed by that.
Our curriculum for English language arts, we will continue to use the the L curriculum, both the unit modules and the reading foundation skills block. So the modules, there are 4 modules for the whole course of the year, and you can see the focus of each of those modules on the screen. The first module that we've been focusing on so far is schools and community, and we're really centering on building literacy in a collaborative classroom environment. For all of our module lessons, we explicitly teach and assess all elements of reading comprehension. So we're reading, writing, speaking, and listening as we practice language standards from the North Carolina Standard Course of Study. We also will be beginning the Reading Foundation Skills block soon from the L curriculum. We have not yet started this due to testing, but this will begin soon. And the Foundation Skills block is an area of the day where we will really focus on the foundations like phonics, spelling, letter formation, and this will be in both the whole group lessons as well as differentiated small group instruction.
In terms of Spanish language art, it's going to be pretty important to consider different aspects that I'm going to mention in Spanish and English. Students are going to be able to communicate themselves not only by using verbal communication, but also nonverbal communication in different contexts. We are going to be able to work on different kinds of texts, such as interpretive, descriptive, narrative, expository, and persuasive texts. On the other hand, we are going to work on some centers in which students will be able to improve their knowledge in terms of phonics and grammar. That's going to be pretty important to continue supporting them in terms of improving their skills in writing, speaking, listening, and reading in terms of Spanish literacy. And it's going to be also important to realize that we are going to be working on some inferences that our students are going to be able to do after reading different kinds of text. En términos de la lengua española, vamos a hacer un trabajo muy mancomunado en cuanto al desarrollo de las 4 habilidades. Estamos desarrollando centros de aprendizaje en el que, a partir de los cuales los estudiantes van a estimular el desarrollo de este tipo de habilidades para que se mejore el desempeño tanto de forma escrita como en forma oral que los estudiantes tienen como del español como lengua nativa y también como segunda lengua.
En cuanto a matemáticas, we're going to have different standards that we're going to learn during the year. So the first things that we're going to learn during the first quarter is fluently add and subtract within 20, sorry. Work with equal groups, fluently add within 100 and add within 100 using strategies. It means that vamos a aprender a sumar y restar con números hasta el 20. Vamos a conocer los grupos de cantidades iguales y vamos a sumar y restar vamos a sumar números hasta el 100 utilizando diferentes estrategias. On second quarter, we're going to see different strategies to subtraction as a affirmative subtract within 100, subtract within 100 using strategies, and more problems involving addition and subtraction. Vamos a ver lo que es la resta con números hasta el número 100, utilizando diferentes estrategias, y vamos a ver diferentes problemas que en las que tengamos que usar la suma y la resta. On fourth quarter, we're going to teach something about the work and the time. We're going to practice numbers 1 to 1,000. We're going to practice to addition the numbers until 1,000 using model assembly strategies too. And we're going to subtract within 1,000 using model assembly strategies. Vamos a aprender lo que es identificación del tiempo, conocer la hora, vamos a utilizar dinero, conoceremos números hasta el 1000, conoceremos las sumas y restas con números hasta el 1000 usando estrategias y diferentes modelos. On fourth quarter, we're going to learn about the measuring length, more addition and subtraction about length, graphs and data, and shapes and their attributes. Vamos a conocer en el cuarto periodo unidades de medida. Vamos a utilizar la suma y la resta con estas unidades de medida. Utilizaremos las gráficas y el análisis de gráficas. Y por último veremos lo que son las figuras geométricas, los atributos, y alcanzaremos a ver algo sobre números fraccionarios a través de la geometría.
En cuanto al área de ciencias naturales, vamos a poder considerar algunos aspectos importantes. The first quarter, we are going to consider science as an inquiry. In this part, we are trying to get science like take into consideration what a scientist does. That's pretty important to consider. On the other hand, students are going to start knowing what observation is and how important it is for a scientist. Vamos a considerar acá el método científico, la importancia de observar y también lo que un científico realiza. Quarter 2, mark properties and change. We are going to understand properties of solids and liquids and the changes of the undergo. En esta parte vamos a comprender el concepto de materia, sus propiedades. También vamos a comprender la distinción en cuanto a los elementos sólidos y líquidos y la transición que hay del uno al otro. For Unit 3, we have Earth systems, structures, and processes. In this part, we are going to check some knowledge about the patterns of weather and factors that affect weather. Vamos a comprender algunas dinámicas en cuanto al desarrollo de sistemas en términos de atmosféricos para el establecimiento de diferentes climas y demás. For quarter 3, we are going to study some structures and functions of living things. In here, it's going to be pretty important to know what life cycles are about, and we are going to get some examples with some favorite animals so students can really know what a life cycle is and how it is developed. Vamos a mirar sobre el ciclo de la vida que tienen los seres vivos. Los estudiantes van a tratar de realizar un proyecto bien interesante en cuanto a este aspecto que será dado a conocer en su momento. For quarter 4, we have forces in motion. In here, we are going to understand the relationship between sound and vibrating objects. En el periodo número 4 vamos a ver conocer el entendimiento y la relación sobre el sonido y la vibración de objetos. And finally, in Unit 5, we are going to study evolution and genetics. Here, it's going to be pretty interesting to realize what it's going to be like the characteristics of some organisms and how they have been evolving along history. Acá vamos a estudiar el desarrollo genético y la evolución de algunos seres vivos, que será pues un proceso muy importante e interesante a tener en cuenta.
In social studies, we have 6 units. We are currently working on our first unit now, how American culture is shaped by values and beliefs. I think the kids had a lot of fun with that. And then Unit 2 is going to be about civics, governments. We are going to go over American history and the different events that have shaped American history. geography, human movement and settlement, and the physical environment of America. The kids love our maps in here, so I'm really glad that I have an opportunity to put those up. And then finally, economics. So we're gonna review resources, resource availability, and decision-making within economics. And I just wanna say really quick, I'm really proud of both my A and B blocks because they won their 15 minutes of extra recess. So good job, guys.
Yeah, very well.
Key resources for each subject. For social studies and literacy, we have our EPIC class code here. And we can also send this on Remind if you want. Sora, we have that, and there are links on how to access it and a video as well. We also use One Access through the CMS Public Library. And phonics resources are to come because we are still waiting for testing to be complete.
For
In-
science,
Sorry, in science, math, and Spanish, we're going to use these tools. Son estrategias como EPIC, iStation, eVision Math Books, Adelante Books. We're going to use map testing too. We're going to use workshops, videos, and handcraft.
So for literacy and social studies, similar to the other subjects, we will have assessments that take place during the unit. So within each module, there are 3 units. So for each unit, there is a mid-unit assessment and an end-of-unit assessment, as well as more of a performance task. And for social studies, similarly, we have our mid-unit, end-unit assessment, and a performance task as well. And we are also in the process of, we just completed DIBELS testing, and MAP testing will begin this week, which are the required state tests that will help guide our instruction.
en la parte de ciencias matemáticas y español, vamos a tener en cuenta el desarrollo de unos test de acuerdo a la finalización de la unidad, es decir, los estudiantes van a poder acceder a este test una vez hayan finalizado la unidad de estudio. Por ejemplo, en matemáticas ya realizamos el primer test porque acabamos con la primera unidad y así va a ser justamente también en ciencias. La semana que viene vamos a implementar el primer test porque ya estamos finalizando la primera unidad, pero no solamente va a haber como ese test por unidad, sino también va a haber como un test final de acuerdo al periodo en el que nos encontremos. So for maths and science and also for Spanish, sorry, for math and science, we are going to be able to evaluate our students per unit. So each unit, the students are going to have an assessment which is going to verify us how they are advancing in terms of the contents that we have been working. For Spanish, we are going to have a monthly assessment. In that case, we are going to use iStation for that. Para español vamos a utilizar el assessment con iStation, que es el que siempre nos va a medir cuál es el rendimiento de nuestros estudiantes en cuanto a la fluencia en español. And that's it. So,
Thank you very much. So thank you very much, families, to be here. Thank you, Collinswood. Thank you, Jaguars, to be here. Thank you for our students. We are so happy to meet our students, and we are learning of them every day. So feel free to reach out if you need something, any concern or any doubt or any that you need. So we are here to help you and to help your student.
thank you. Thanks,
Thank you.
Have a good
Bye.
one.
Bye-bye.
Bye.